joining us through this Yoga Mo-Flo challenge today. Today we're going to really focus on the lower body. We're going to be doing some interesting exercises, really targeting the quads, the inner and outer thighs, our glutes. But because it is a Yoga Mo-Flo workout, it will be total body. So even though the focus is lower body, we will be sneaking in some arm stuff and some abs, getting that core 360 degrees. So I hope you're up for it today. There are a few little challenges built in, and we're going to be doing a lot of really interesting mobility exercises. So all that being said, let's go ahead and start down on our back. So I invite you to come down on your mat. You can take the feet as wide as the yoga mat and let your knees just fall together in a resting position. And then go ahead and take one hand to the heart space area and another to your belly. And let's just center ourselves here for just a moment. Arrive at our mats. And then I'd like for you to just do a quick scan of your body. So thinking about the physical body, the energetic body, noticing if you have any areas of tightness or fatigue in your body, and then also noticing your energy level, just if you feel sluggish or really alert. Just noticing what's going on with your physical and energetic self. We'll check in again at the end and just see if we notice any shifts in either realm. So today, because it's a lower body focused day, your heart rate is going to come up. But see if you can be mindful of still trying to breathe in and out through the nose as opposed to the mouth. Just, you can try and just notice. All right, from here we're just going to start by dropping the knees off to one side and then the other. Just kind of, you can do whatever you want with your arms. You can just keep them rested on your body, or you can move them off to the side. Just windshield wipering the legs from side to side, waking up the spine, waking up the hips, starting to move. We're going to start right away with firing up our backside body and our glutes, because we are targeting the lower body today. All right, go ahead and stay upright. Go ahead and bring your feet about hip width apart, making sure your feet are directly under your knees. And we're just right away going to come up into a bridge. So we are going to hang out here for a little bit. In order to turn on your backside body a little bit more, you can think about drawing the feet towards the shoulders. And you'll notice just a deeper engagement in the backside body. We are holding here. So this is a bridge hold. It's turning on our glutes. Try not to engage the lower back as much, because that may make it a little bit sore or aggravated, especially if you have back problems. Really think about squeezing the glutes, because this is supposed to be a glute engagement exercise. And by squeezing your glutes, you are going to, just by doing that, you're going to take the pressure off the lower back. So just think about that. Keep that in mind as we start doing some exercises from this position, but we are just holding in a little bit longer. Once we start doing the exercises, I really want to invite you to either have your palms facing up, or you can rest them on your body. Just don't have them down, because we don't want our arms to be helping us hold ourselves up in doing the exercises. We really want this to be a leg and glute focused exercise. So you're probably asking, well, when are we going to start doing those exercises instead of just holding this bridge? And the answer is right now. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to walk our feet out and then back in, and we're going to change leader legs each time, and we're going to do it for 10. So it looks like this. So right and then left, and then right back in and left back in. and then I switch the leader leg. So this is 2. So keep going. Here's 3. You'll notice the further you take your feet out, the harder it is. So you decide your level of challenge. This is, let's see, 8, I think. Here's our last 2. Here's 9. Last one. Oh, here comes Hanny Ruby's joining us today. Oh, goodness. I have on lip balm, and he thinks that's delicious. All right, hold it up, and then let's go ahead and step out side to side, okay? So we're going to go out to the right, and then the left, and then step into the right, and then bring in the left, and then the other way. Henny, off you go. Okay. Rue. That's 5. Okay, once more each side. And here's 10. Go ahead and hold right here. And let's go ahead and take the right leg to the sky. And what we're going to do is we're going to slowly lower down and then back up. So that's 1. We're doing 10 each leg. Here's 2. I know your glutes are burning. So are mine. Here's 4 and 5. Just go slowly down. Going slow like that and resisting against gravity is a really great way of building up strength. The slower you move, here's the last one, and then let's switch and take our left leg up. The slower you move when you do any sort of weightlifting challenge, whether you're actually using weights, which I never do, or you're using your body weight like we do in Yoga Mo-Flo, which is what I always do. By going slow, you're really firing up those muscles and turning it on. And really, when you resist against gravity, that's a really great way of building strength. And when you don't use weights, here's 8, you're actually creating a lot more functional fitness than if you are. Last one. Very good. Go ahead and drop it down. Pull the knees into the chest. You can rock a little bit side to side, kind of give your lower back a little bit of a massage, especially if it engaged. Let's just release that. And then we're going to rock and roll. So we're going to roll up and back, and we're going to do that about 6 times, finishing the last time in a Yogi Squat. So I'm going to grab onto my thighs and just start to rock myself up and down. This is a nice little massage too for the spine. That was 3. There's 4, 5, last one. And this one, see if you can come up into your Yogi Squat. From here, I have a little mobility challenge. Now, you guys might find this really challenging because, I do too. That's why it's in here. But what we're going to do is we're going to lift each leg out, trying to balance, alternating. If this is too hard for you, you can set your foot down and then bring it back in, or you can just put your hands behind you like this if you need to do it this way. That's a nice little modification. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to balance on the left leg and take the right foot out and hold and bring it back in. And then we're going to go to the other side, left foot out, hold, and bring it back. Let's do that 4 more times. So here's 1, 2, here's 3, last one. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and meet in a forward fold. So here we are at the top of our mat. Go ahead and bend one leg, and then the other, just kind of going back and forth here. You guys are doing great. It is leg day. Let's go ahead and take our feet a little bit wider than our hips and come into our ragdoll fold. So grab opposite elbows, sway a little bit side to side. And then what I want you to do here is start to kind of make your sways a little bit bigger. We're going to do some circles. So we're going to do 3 circles, first to the right, all the way up. So here we go. We go all the way up and around and back down. Let's do twice more. So here we're just warming up the spine. We're moving the spine in all directions, the way the spine is meant to move. And then let's go the other way for 3. We've got one more. And back down. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and reach our arms all the way up. Palms kiss. Hands come to heart. Go ahead and bring your feet a little bit closer together, maybe hip width distance apart. And let's go ahead and reach palms up. Kiss and forward fold. Very good. Let's go ahead and step back with our right foot. Here we can rock it out a little bit. And then get yourself situated and go ahead and rise up to your Crescent Lunge. So holding here for just a moment, really making sure hips are squared to the front of the mat, everything is contained, that your lower ribs aren't splaying out. And then we're going to rock forward, take our arms back like airplane arms, putting the onus on the left thigh, and then back up. Let's do that twice more. Airplane arms back. Last one. Hold here, and we're going to kick up into a warrior 3 with airplane arms. So just holding here. And coming up to a stand. Now we're going to do something interesting, a little different. We're going to still be working that left leg. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some balance work. So we're going to lift our right leg off the ground, and we're going to reach over and tap the ground with our left hand, trying not to put the right foot down, and then bending it and tapping with our right hand. And we're doing that 4 more times. And I really just want you to think about what you're doing and to go slow. Remember, we talked at the beginning about how these slow, controlled movements are really engaging and really strengthening for the body. That was 3. Let's do it twice more. And this makes you highly functional in the world when you're doing movements that really engage more than just one muscle. All right, from here, come up, take that right leg behind you, and we're going to do 5 curtsy lunges from here. So tapping that back knee down. Here's 2, 3. I know you feel it in that left leg. 4 and 5. From here, I'm coming to the front in front of my mat. You may be able to do this exercise on your mat, but because my mat is so sticky, I actually have to be on the floor. We're going to walk to the end of the mat, and then we're going to come down in a little squat and balance, turn, stand back up and walk the other way. We're doing it 6 times, so here's 2. If you have hardwood floors like I do, you can kind of pretend you're on a balance beam and try to stay in the little wood slats. I remember when I was a kid and I took gymnastics, this was one of the little things we would do on the balance beam as a practice. We're going to do 2 more. Oh, turning away from me there. And then here's our last one. And then stand back up. Come back to your top of your mat. We're going to do all that on the other side. So let's do a half sun salute here. So let's raise our palms up, fold forward. Go ahead and lift up halfway, flat back, back to our forward fold. And then arms side to side, come on up. And palms meet at the front of the heart. Arms back up, palms kiss, and forward fold. From here, let's step back with the left foot, find that runner's lunge. Go ahead and rock it out. again, make sure everything is squared to the front of the mat. Make sure everything is nice and contained. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. And then let's go forward and back with our airplane arms. So coming forward, we're doing that 3 times. That was 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. This one we're going to hold. And pop up into your warrior 3. Just hold. Great job. Go ahead and drop that left foot down. Face your mat horizontally. And we're going to do that balance challenge on the right side. So lifting up the left foot. Woo. And starting those 5 floor taps. Going one side and then the other. So that was 1. And again, you go at your pace. Although I really want to encourage you not to fly through it, because the slower you go, the more you're engaging. And on this one, I will have to say, like, when I did my practice run through with this routine, I felt this really in my obliques. So even though it's a lower body challenge, like I said, you're engaging so much more than just your lower body. So it's highly functional. Woo. This is my weak side. Everybody has one side that's better than the other. That was our last one. Go ahead and drop the left leg, and let's do those 5 curtsy lunges. It's like they always say when you're doing pictures, you have a good side, you know. You also have like a strong side and a weaker side in terms of your body. We're just not symmetrical. Okay. Oh, that's my dog scratching at the door. If you hear it, she hears me talking. Okay, now we're going to do those little walks. So to one end, trying to balance and turn. If you guys have any ideas on how to occupy dogs, write them in the comments. That would be really useful for me to know. We have tried bones and things like that, but she's a big dog and she eats them pretty fast, and then she's back scratching at the door. Here's 4. Let's do 2 more. And here's our last one. You guys are doing great. And we meet back at the top of our mat. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and take our arms up, palms kiss, and forward fold. From here, we're going to give our legs a little break, step back to plank, and we're going to do some ab work. So what we're going to do is take that right knee to the right elbow and back, right knee to left elbow. 9 more times on this side. There's 2, 3, there's 4, 5, halfway there, 6, 7, 8, here's 9, 10, right away to the other side. 1, went backwards that time. 2, 3, after this you get a little break. 4, so keep pushing. 5, 6, 7, 8, I know it's hard. 9, and 10. Go ahead and drop the knees. Come into your child's pose. Here's a little oasis, a little break. Take some deep breaths. You can even sigh it out through the mouth, make it audible. Deep inhale, exhale. Let something go through the mouth. Let's do 3 more deep breaths. Twice more. Go ahead and walk your hands back. Keep your knees still as wide as your mat. And we're going to do what I call camel sweeps. So let's take our right hand behind us. Come up, go ahead and lift the hips. Reach the left arm back. And then hips down, come through center to the other side. We're going to do this twice more on each side. So just a little release, a little break, a little oasis to bring the heart rate down. Last time. And then last time the other side. And come back down. All right, from here, let's come to our tabletop. We're going to do some outer thigh balance work here. So let's go ahead and extend the right arm out and the left leg. So holding here in your spinal balance. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our right arm out and our left leg out at the same time. Really being mindful to not drop them too low. Trying to keep them balanced. We're doing this 6 times. So that's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. The dog you hear scratching is named Mindy. Here's 5. And she went swimming this morning. And that's why she's not inside, because she's all wet, but she wants in. And then release, that was 6. Let's go ahead and do some cat-cows. Dropping the belly, and then rounding just to reset before we go into the other side. Let's do one more. And release, let's go ahead. Okay, so we're going to do that on the other side. So let's go ahead and take, this time, our right leg back and our left arm forward and come out to the side. So really being mindful of trying not to drop them too low. We're doing 6 on this side. This is really targeting the outer hip area, and you're just using, excuse me, so much of the core to keep everything balanced. That's 5. We've got one more. Last one. Go ahead and release. And let's do a few more of those cat-cows. So let's go ahead and drop the belly, lift the gaze, and then exhale and round. Let's do that twice more. Here's our last one. Awesome job. From here, let's go ahead and take our fingers. Let's have our thumbs and pointer fingers meet in a diamond shape, and then walk the knees back a little bit. From here, we're going to come into some diamond push-ups. We're going to do 8. So lower down, push yourself back up. Really don't cross the feet. I know a lot of times people do that, but that actually throws you off balance. And so you're doing things differently on each side. We're trying to keep stuff even here. This is 6. Here's 7. And last one. Awesome job. From here, take your hands to the corners of your mat and come into your puppy pose. So you may have to walk your knees back a little bit, just getting a stretch through the shoulders, the upper body. You can rest your forehead down on your mat and take a few breaths here. One more deep breath. And go ahead and walk your hands back in and come up to your plank. So you've had a little bit of rest for your lower body, so let's start in on it again. So here we're going to do some plank lunges alternating for 6. So we're going to take our right leg up and then back to plank. Let's do that 5 more times. So there's 2, 3, here's 4, 5, last one here, 6, stay here, and we're going to go up and down into our pyramid. So that's 1 for 6, 2, 3, heels back to a Yogi Squat. So sit down here, and from here, in our Yogi Squat, you guessed it, we're going to do squats. We're going to do 6. We're going to go up and back down, okay? So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Come on back down into your squat. Let's walk it back out. And then right away, we're going to start with that other side. So those lunges again. So here we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Hold here. Up to that pyramid, up and down. That was 1, 2, 3. Here's 4, 5. Last one. 6. Awesome job. Take it back to your plank. And walk back into your Yogi Squat. From here, we're just going to do a side stretch. So let's take our left hand out, reach our right arm to the sky, stretch, and then take our right hand out, left arm to the sky, stretch, and walk it back out into plank. From here, we're just going to do some shoulder taps. So get a nice strong plank. And we're going to tap our left shoulder with our right hand, and then right shoulder with left hand for 10. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and drop your knees. Come down into your hero's pose. Okay, we're not quite done. Got a couple more leg exercises. So from your hero's pose, we're going to lift up onto our knees. We're going to do this for 10 times. Really thinking about pushing our hips forward. So come up for 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting in the quads. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Let's go ahead and roll to one side. Take our legs out long. From here, we're going to focus a little bit more on our quads. And here we can actually get a little sloppy in our upper back if we want to. And kind of slouch. That's just fine. We're going to lift and lower our right leg from this position. So I'm kind of going to point mine out a little bit and point my toe, and we're going to lift and lower. Here's 2, really getting into the quads. 3, 4, here's 5, and 6. And shake it out, going directly into this left side for 1, 2, here's 3, 4, here's 5, and 6. Shake it out. This time we're going to make little smiley faces with our toes. So think about drawing a smiley face. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, here's 5, and 6. Shake it out. Let's do the same thing with the left. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shake it out. Just stay in this position. We're going to do some angle circles one direction. So just a few. Here's 3. Let's do 6, 4, 5, 6. Let's go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, from here, now let's lengthen out through our lower back and our staff pose here and reach our arms to the sky. And here I really want you to think about keeping a flat back as you fold forward, grabbing whatever you can, keeping a flat back to start. If you have a hard time with that, something you can do is if you need to bend your knees to keep your back flat, go ahead and do that. And then you can start like scooching your butt back till you get your feet straight. Once you've found that flat back, go ahead and fold. So I'm taking our forward fold here. You can sway a little bit, side to side. If that feels good for you, just come on down. All the hard stuff is done. You did a really great leg workout. We're just going to stretch everything out. And go ahead and walk yourself back up. We're going to come into a half hero here. So go ahead and take your left leg behind you, keeping that top part of your foot flat. If this is too much on your knee, you can just come like this. So find what feels best in your body, and you can stay sitting here. You can come down to your elbows. If that feels nice, we're going for a nice quad stretch, or you can come all the way down on your back. I'm going to goal post my arms. If you want to keep yours by your side, that's okay. Just getting a nice stretch through that quad. I'm curious to know what you guys think of this workout. If you like kind of having these focused workouts, this one of course being lower body, because I have so many more exercises for you guys. If you want another leg day, let me know. And I've got a ton of other exercises that I didn't include in this one that I think you guys would like. All right, go ahead and release this. Come on back up. And then let's just directly go into the other side. So bring the right foot back. Same thing, making sure the top of your foot is flat. Staying here or coming back down, wherever feels comfortable for you. So once again, I'm just going to goal post my arms here. That feels good for me. Stretching out through the quad. You guys did work them today. I'm also curious if you guys are going to feel this in your obliques tomorrow, like I did too in my practice run. Let me know. I'm always curious. Once we feel like these sides are even, let's go ahead and use our elbows to pull ourselves on back up. And then let's go ahead and face our mat horizontally, taking the legs out wide, keeping the feet bright and active. This may be enough for you, and that's fine. We're just going to maybe come down to our elbows. If you can, if you're up here, that's okay. We're just going for sensation, and everybody feels that in different spots. Everybody's body is a little bit different, and so what a shape looks like for one person doesn't always look the same for another person. Some of you guys may be just completely pancaked out with your head on the ground. Doesn't matter. We're just going for sensation and what we feel. We're just holding it here, getting a huge stretch all through the groin area. All right, let's release that. Go ahead and walk yourself back up. And we're going to come into a cross-legged seat. So for here, I'm going to have my left foot in and then my right. And once we're in this posture, we're going to walk it right back out. So I'm going to come down here. You can do like bubblegum hands and, rest your forehead, a little pillow there, or wherever's comfy for you. And where you should be feeling this right now is in that right hip and glute. So we did work those glutes today. So let's go ahead and give them a nice little stretch. And go ahead and release. Walk yourself up, and let's do a twist. So let's go ahead and take the left hand to the right knee, right arm behind you, looking out over your right shoulder. And release. Let's just switch the crossing of the legs. So now my left foot is in front, and walk back down to that glute stretch. And just hold here and breathe. Push yourself back up. Let's do a twist. So go ahead and take the right hand to the left arm behind you, gazing out over the left shoulder. As you inhale, think about lengthening the spine, lifting, and as you exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. And release. So this is our final posture. If you prefer a Shavasana, I want to encourage you to lay down on your back. I'm going to stay here in this meditation pose to finish today. But if you want to lie down in a traditional corpse pose, please do so. Let's just pause here for a moment. Let our breathing return to its normal pattern. In through the nose, out through the nose. We're only here for about a minute. If you're in your Shavasana, go ahead and start bringing some movement into your fingers and toes, maybe rolling the head from side to side. And go ahead and gently roll to one side of your body. With the strength of your arms, go ahead and push yourself up into a seated position. From here, I just want you guys to do that scan one more time. From head to toe, your physical body, your energetic body. Where you had some tension before, see if that's still there, maybe if it's released. If you felt sluggish, see if you feel more energized. Just note how you feel now at the end of your practice than when you started. Then go ahead and bring your palms to your heart. Bow the head. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining us today for this leg day Yoga Mo-Flo class. Please, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so. That way you never miss a Yoga Mo-Flo workout. They do come out twice per week. And then also below, I've also linked to my website so you can find more information